And of course, joining me now is Dr. Michael Hughes, who is the school president here at Bethesda Academy. Hi, Dr. Hughes. It's great to see you.
Natalie, good to see you. Welcome to Bethesda.
So happy to be here. You know, Bethesda Academy, we all know it has a long, rich history here in this area. But maybe for some of our viewers who are not familiar with that history, can you share that with us?
Certainly, Natalie, Bethesda is actually the oldest child care institution in America. Founded in 1740. One of our original donors, interestingly enough, was Benjamin Franklin.
Wow.
Who was a personal friend of the Reverend George Whitefield, the great evangelist who founded Bethesda. He believed that God, in a dream, told him that he was supposed to found and operate an orphanage for the disenfranchised young kids of the colony of Georgia, right here. Mr. Habersham, the original Habersham, was his administrator and ran the place. And he had a very well connected lady, the Countess Selina of Huntington in England, talked King George II into donating all of this land to be Bethesda.
Wow, I mean, here we are almost 280 years later, and Bethesda Academy still here and still educating young men and getting them ready for our future. I know a lot of changes have happened over the years. Can you talk about those?
Sure. We're still true, interestingly enough, to our original mission, Natalie, which was to teach boys a love of God, a love of learning, and a strong work ethic. And over time, we've transformed from being just literally an orphanage and a home. We then, in 1992, founded a school, it was Bethesda School. It then transitioned into being what was called Bethesda Home for Boys. They ran a school, but only through 4th grade. And in 2002 to 2004, with a major fundraising campaign, Bethesda Home for Boys actually became a middle school and high school, fully accredited. We ended up being, in 2011, changing the name from Bethesda Home for Boys to Bethesda Academy, to what we are now. We're still true to the mission to teach a love of God, a love of learning, and a strong work ethic to every boy, but we now are a full-blown college preparatory and vocational preparatory school. We've established Bethesda academically. We have a learning specialist who figures out each boy's preferred learning style, and she shares that with each one of the teachers, and we're able to put them in classrooms with other boys who have those same kinds of learning styles. We understand how boys learn. So this big, beautiful campus, 650 acres, they're not stuck in a hallway somewhere in a large public school building. They might be in a classroom with 5 or 6 or 10 other boys. Everyone knows everyone here. It's like a big family. The school building, the gym, our dining hall. We have 3 different boarding cottages where boys live from Sunday night through Thursday night. That's all in the main part of campus. We're just adjacent to our cattle farm. We have an organic farm that's right over there. Boys learn to work in those kinds of settings. That's all in the main campus. We also have our gymnasium, practice football field, very nice, spacious area, if you would, that are all on this side. On the other side of Ferguson Road, we actually operate a hunting preserve. So that it's a very interesting, very spread out campus, and it's a joy to be here, to serve here. Great place to work and serve. My wife and I live right across the street, so I'm literally right there for the boys all the time.
What you're doing here is really paving the way for future leaders of tomorrow. What does it mean to you to see some of those changes and see the success stories? You're building leaders with these young men.
Yes, and you know, it's tough to put into words how important it is to build in each young man a strong work ethic. And for us to have a work-study program and curriculum that teaches these boys to have a good attitude, what their appearance has got to be like. We prepare them, we teach them how to prepare to succeed every day. So the idea is that if you come here, you're going to uniquely learn some things that you might not if you're somewhere else.
Joining me now, of course, is the principal of Bethesda Academy. I'm so happy to have her with me, Megan Kicklatter-Smith. Hi, Megan. It's great to see you.
It's great to see you too. We're so glad you're here visiting us today.
So let's start out by talking a little bit about the academic structure here at Bethesda Academy.
Of course, we serve boys in grades 6 through 12, which is very unique to our area. We are also accredited by Advanced Ed, which most people know as the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools. What we look for in a very successful Bethesda student is going to be a student who craves structure, who does well in small class sizes, but also needs a strong sense of community and family to succeed in school.
You know, something that I love about Bethesda Academy is that it sounds like that you guys have recognized the fact that it's not a one-size-fits-all. There's a lot of focusing on the individual student, and that's a priority here.
Absolutely. You know, before we're educators, we're also human beings. We're also moms. We're also dads. You know, we've somewhere along the line in school, we found something positive as educators that really changed our lives, or we wouldn't be here. And so I think that that's what we hold on to each and every day. Is, and I know it sounds very cliche that you're trying to make a difference every day in a student's life, but it's not cliche when you're actually able to do it. You know, when you have under 100 students in your entire building, it is very easy to know most all components of that student's life. And if you know that, you can zero in on whatever an issue may be, or not an issue in some cases, and be able to push that child ahead.
So here at Bethesda, you're also really preparing those students for that next step, which in many cases it's that, you know, extending their college, I mean, their academic goals and reaching those goals. What about testing, ACT testing and SAT testing?
All of that is very important. I will say what makes us, again, a little different is that we base our teaching on that, and of course the student outcomes on that, but our tests are certainly not tied to any kind of promotion or anything that happens with them, or a forced tutorial. Ours is strictly on how do we change a teaching plan. I think it's very important to look at it in an all-encompassing way, because a number on a piece of paper does not tell you what that student can and cannot do. And so by using, every school has to use that. We have to use that, but we use it as a measure against ourselves in our teaching.
You know, we're seeing now, I mean, society is really, really changing, and we all know that you can have those top test scores, but that doesn't always secure a spot at the next level or in going into college.
Right.
What about leadership opportunities? Because that's huge here at Bethesda Academy.
We have really dived in gradually into each part of the student life around here to establish opportunities for it. And then from there, we have seen the students create their own leadership opportunities, which has truly been a great success here. And you know, when we're talking about college, you know, we offer everything from a four-year dual enrollment through Point University, a four-year college through Point University, and we're also partnering with Savannah Technical College this year. But conversely, a lot of our own career-oriented jobs here, as far as the Georgia ports and logistics, they want the best and brightest. They're coming after the best and brightest. So we have partnered with the Georgia Ports Authority through the YES program, through MLET, because if a student wants a career, we want to help them set that up on a one-on-one basis and not just a job.
And you're having a lot of success in a lot of the programs out here, even including athletics.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, very much so. We've had a lot of success in athletics, because I also think that stems back to the classroom, and also a huge part of any school should be looking at student activities, because student activities is where you get a student buy-in. Once a student buys in to something they like and they want to do, then the academics seems to come with it. We have built an exploratory program on Tuesday afternoons. We have our work study program is probably one of the most successful in our region for sure.
Well, I always say that it starts at the top, and the staff is incredible here, and the leadership that you have here at Bethesda Academy is what it's all about, because you are able to blaze the trails to provide those opportunities and create future leaders of tomorrow. And you're doing that every day here at Bethesda.